It's live? Oh god, it's live? Oh god, it's live. Good morning, everybody. We are officially here with some more Warzone again, but we're starting off with a tiny bit of multiplayer because we need to unlock this new BP50 conversion kit, which is the new SMG meta. It's available in weekly challenges right now, and most of the multiplayer ones revolve around using some sort of specific assault rifle, a recommended weapon, with full 5 attachments or something of that demeanor, which is what we're going to be doing here. So we're going to be doing as much as we can to unlock this as fast as we can, just to get it out the way. And also, it gives me an opportunity to warm up with what will be my new controller. This is my brand new aim controllers Hall effect sensor PlayStation 5. So that's going to be pretty cool. I haven't actually used it in game yet. So we're looking to get lots and lots of kills, specifically with a recommended assault rifle. We're just going to get this out the way so we can unlock the BP50 conversion kit really, really quickly. And finally use a new SMG meta. I know, tears in my eyes, passion in my veins. It's been a long time since we've been able to talk about that. So that is what we have going for us. We have a new SMG meta. I've got a new controller to get used to because Hall effect sensors are different from regular sensors. And it's all going to be a little bit of a warm-up. I haven't played COD in quite a few days, so this is going to be an experience for all of us, chat. It's going to be an experience for all of us. Okay, this feels... Honestly, it doesn't feel too majorly different, I guess, which is good. It actually feels more fluid, which is a weird thing to say, but it's the only way I would describe it. That it feels more fluid than I had anticipated. I don't think I was expecting it not to feel fluid, but I wasn't expecting it to feel... I was expecting it to feel different, because it's ultimately a different type of analog stick. Okay, we're feeling a bit more warm. Gosh, I really despise thermal barrack grenades. We basically just need to quickly unlock this BP50 conversion kit, and we will be good to go. Because it looks like finally we have a weapon that's better. It's taken eons, folks, but we have a weapon that's better than the HRM. Gosh, some people actually really genuinely do sweat out this map. These people know that we play this with weapon unlocked, right? Like, I think I can count the number of people who play this mode seriously. I think I can count on one hand. People like this Don and this Don. Right. We have to use a recommended assault rifle, which is what we're doing. It's a bit of an odd challenge this week, I'll be honest. But once we get it, we'll get it unlocked. We have the BP50 going. It's a conversion kit for this that turns it into an SMG, which I guess makes sense. It's about time they did something of that demeanor. You can sort of track your challenges now, can't you, in-game? Gosh, thermal barrack grenades are insanely OP on multiplayer. I missed Grey Zone already. Yeah, we'll be doing a lot of Grey Zone Warfare when it releases. I honestly think it's closer to early access than they're letting on. I think it's difficult to say, really, like, you know, I've used Unreal Engine, not as a game developer, but as a sort of creator before to do stuff in the engine. It's just such a... Obviously, I know it's far more complex with a fully built-up game, but it's just such an adaptable engine, you know? It's such an easy-to-work-with engine that you can get things done and resolve things so quickly. You know, there is a reason why people like Epic Games are able to put out so much content, because of things like Unreal. Man, I can't lie, this controller's feeling pretty nice. Yeah, second channel's underway. You know, I'm not expecting a huge amount of viewership, which is fine. It's to be expected with a brand new channel, but I want all of the videos there to be top quality. And yesterday was kind of an example of what I can actually do with the editing tools available to me in Squad, which was quite exciting. Yeah, Grey Zone goes offline today at 11 AM, so there wasn't enough time to do a full stream today. Hell, even a half stream today would have been quite a stretch. I think I just need a handful more kills, and then I've basically... I think I've basically got it. Yeah, we'll be integrating Grey Zone Warfare into the channel when it releases. Honestly, like, I love a bit of I love a battle royale, but I also think extraction shooters are just a lot of fun, man. Especially once that game has a bit more gear fear as well, which is what they're aiming towards. They're aiming towards having a fair bit of gear fear in the game. Because that's always the big thing for me. You know, not having gear fear in an extraction shooter kind of, in my view, just sort of defeats the purpose of an extraction shooter, if that makes sense. Like, I want things in an extraction shooter to feel very high risk at times. Man, there really are people, like, using actual, real weapons that they want to try and use. Like, that will always be a phenomenon to me I'll never understand in the world of Warzone. Like, people who actually play this map legitimately for fun. Camo grinders mostly. I suppose that makes sense. So the new SMG meta is a BP50 conversion kit, which we're working on unlocking right now. Good morning, Doctor. You're doing well. Which I think we're close to doing. We're not too far away. It's weird because, like, the Warzone challenges for this one, I would have just done it in Warzone, but the Warzone challenges for this one are really long. Like, opening loot caches and, like... What was the other one? It was something crazy, like placing in the top 5
The mission is complete.
Like 10 times or something. Just a bunch of challenges that were inherently quite difficult. We'll have a look at it. The multiplayer challenges are pretty rapid, though. But the BP50 conversion kit is, like, the one. Right, so we've done... Look. This is the way to do it today. Weekly challenges, multiplayer. So we've completed... We've completed 20 operator kills. How many of these do you need? It's 5, right? Alternative ammo equipped to a weapon is what we can do. Sliding while in midair. So I need to get lots of sliding kills. With one magazine 10 times. Okay. 3 kills with one mag 10 times. That's easy enough. So if I pick a recommended weapon like the MTZ or something. There was something in there about it being suppressed, wasn't there? I'm not losing my head on that. Yeah, so these are the challenges here. And it unlocks you this conversion kit. So we need to do sliding kills, 3 operator kills with 10 times with a single mag, and then we need to do 10 long shot kills. That's kind of long. And then 30 operator kills with alternative ammo equipped. So I need to put an ammunition type on this. Some demeanor. Just need to get sliding kills. Do it with a suppressed SMG at the same time. What do you mean, like run overkill or something? Is overkill even a thing in this? It is, isn't it? Have to run like a specific vest. Alright, I need a suppressed recommended SMG. Let's have a look. Where are we with the challenges? Here we go. Hipfire kills while moving. Kills while sliding or in midair. So I could go hipfire suppressed and then do the sliding ones. Yeah, that would probably work. I could probably get like 3 or 4 done. So if I add this to tracked, and then this to tracked, and then get rid of you. I could hypothetically, if I get this, if I make this like a Giga Chad hipfire build, which obviously isn't too hard to do. Where be our hipfire grips? They're normally down this way, aren't they? I've got an alternative ammo equipped. Perfect. I can make this a hipfire laser. Okay, they'll just need sliding kills, basically. Which means we can now unlock this really quickly and then start diving into the new SMG meta and get it all decked out. Is it upsetting going from Grey Zone to Warzone? It's a bit of a shift, Joel. You know, I'm down to play when it releases into early access. I think that's... It was a good test, but there was still lots of fundamental flaws with the actual game itself. Do you know what I mean? Like... So, when it releases into early access, I'll be there. And I'll be excited to be there. You know, it should be good. It's you know, it's nice to see it. So, like, the thing is as well is like I think it'll be a lot more popular in terms of audience numbers because like obviously you know it's not something I necessarily prioritize, but it's something you do keep an eye on. You know, viewership was definitely lower on GZW, and the reason for that is just because you guys can't play it right now. Do you know what I mean? Once everybody's getting to play it simultaneously, there'll be a massive influx of interest in it because it means you can actually, you know, watch something that you yourself can play. It doesn't want to find me a game, I'll tell you that much. Now look, lads, I'm not two boxing. You see? It took me a while to realize how I've seen people dropping like 50 bombs in stuff like Resurgence. Because I've been given good lobbies, but I've not been given those lobbies. And I'm quite impressed to see how far people will go to manipulate matchmaking. It has easy anti-cheat off the rip chicken burger. So it'll be using EAC at the bare minimum. Well, you have to bear in mind, Matthew, the first 3 days of that test was everybody just understanding how the game works. There was no PvP, really, because none of us really knew what we were doing. Etc., etc. Like, you know, after the last 2 days of us streaming were great because we were doing missions, but we were also running into other players. And once they deal with the whole LZ system, so that these fights actually have a bit more weight to them so people can't just instantly return to the game, and also gear fear becomes a problem, then it's going to be pretty sick. You know what I mean? Gosh, it doesn't want to give me a game, hey. But no, I'm really excited for Grey Zone Warfare. You know, I think this channel kind of has a natural extension into extraction shooters. We play battle royales and people love the tension of it, and it's the same with it's the same with what you call it? It's the same with extraction shooters. It's all tension. Ah, stash house, nice. Don't think I'm shadow banned, Billy. I think I'll be all right. Normally, if you're shadow banned, it jumps up to 250 ping pretty much instantly. That would be funny, though, if I took, like, 3 days off of playing Warzone and they went, do you know what, lad? Actually, here's a shadow ban. So I need sliding or mid-air kills, so jump shots or... Basically, I just need to randomly run at people with my trousers down. And then Jeej. I think when GZW does release, it will probably dethrone Tarkov. And that's just a really early, like, I wouldn't even call it prediction, really. I'm fairly confident that that's what's going to happen. It's just the core of that game is just, the foundation of it is just already better than Tarkov, which is saying something considering how long Tarkov's been out. Everybody's been trying to replicate Tarkov by making new extraction shooters. Nobody's really got on to beat it. I think GZW will beat it. even just playing with the AI fix alone was definitely definitely nice. Like, definitely good to see how the AI was supposed to function and how they were supposed to work a bit more as intended. Yeah, I'm curious to see what the Division are doing. My issue with Division and how they do it is that, like, my only worry with the Division, and this is literally my only concern with it, is will they get the PvP right if they're doing PvP? Do you know what I mean? That is my only concern with it. Okay, we're not super far away from completing these challenges, boys. Let's get it locked in. Yeah, but DMZ isn't good. Like, as much as people will praise DMZ, DMZ was a bad extraction shooter. Like, that's the honest-to-God truth about DMZ. That's why people stopped playing it. It's because DMZ was not a good shooter. Like, it had no gear fear, there were no consequences to dying, there was no consequences to losing. It had, like... It had the good foundations of a communal game, in the sense. Like, in terms of people, like, interacting with each other and doing missions together, but it just wasn't an extraction shooter. And that is the hard truth of DMZ. It's why people don't play it. It's why people didn't play it. It's because people thought we were getting Tarkov Light, and what we got was missions with friends. I would have played DMZ if it was more gear fear orientated and stuff like that, but it just never was. It was also just too easy. I know that sounds terrible, but it was just far too easy. The missions were easy. Killing other squads were far too easy. The AI were too easy. Meanwhile, in GZW, I was getting my head torn off by some random dude with an AK sitting in a corner. And that's the experience I think most people are looking for, you know? Whether they want to admit it or not, tension is key, you know? So yeah, excited to see where it goes. Looking forward to its release, that's for sure. I'm just trying to get some slidey slide kills. Please leave me alone. I'm trying to get some slidey slide hip fire kills, my guy. I think DMZ ultimately ended up popularizing because people were tired of sweating in COD. You know, you wanted to play COD with your mates, but not literally sweat your eyes out every single game. The only thing you could play was DMZ. Gosh, this guy's really passionate about getting some of these kills, bro. It will never... Like, it will never shock me that the sheer length of passion some of these geezers are willing to go in a multiplayer playlist to win a game. Like my brother, the rest of us are here doing weapon unlocks. Gosh, how many have we got left? We've got 4 alternate ammos, 3 mid-airs or slidings, and we've completed hipfire. Lovely. Lovely. Alternate ammo, hipfire, and slide. We've nearly unlocked this bloody conversion kit, finally. Delta Force looks pretty good. Yeah, Delta Force... I'm always weary with those sorts of games, especially like games that come from far afield. Like Delta Force is this sort of Battlefield spin-off being developed by a Chinese company, isn't it? It's like Tencent or something backing some sort of corporation that's prior to this only ever made, I think, a mobile game or something, if I recall correctly. Which is why I'm always a little bit weary of those, just because, all right, we literally need to do 4 alternate kills, sliding kills, and aiming down sights with suppressed SMGs. Okay, easy. Easy. We could do it on some meat to get the BP50. Yeah, I'm always a bit weary of games that just sort of come out of nowhere, which I guess a lot of people were kind of wary of GZW for that reason. So it's nice to see it materialize into something decent. This might be a little bit more challenging to get sliding kills on. I could get them jumping as well, so I guess I could just ADS. ADS while suppressed and do it that way. People, I honestly wish I could understand the psyche of COD players. Like, people genuinely playing multiplayer to sweat is crazy. Like, ranked, I understand, but good God, man. We're on a small map playlist. More kills whilst aiming down sight. Okay, we've done sliding in midair. Yeah, so I literally just need 10 more kills whilst aiming down sight. Easy enough. And then we have our conversion kit. Woo, yippee! Something that isn't a HRM. Tears in my eyes. All of that rotating just to still die. People who play these playlists legitimately make me sick. Make me sick, I tell ya. Playing a video game that you purchased with your own hard cash. Whilst the rest of us are out here leveling up our cosmetics and guns. Like, this guy in particular is sweating his nuts off. Like, bro really wants to win today. Do you know, health regen in Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer is still quite low, isn't it? That's certainly one thing I have noticed since playing this. How dare they? How dare they enjoy a game that they paid cold hard cash for? Especially that one guy though. Like seriously, chill out, bro. Like, come on. Like, you're not playing ranked. Like, relax. Alright, how many more? Oh, finally, I need one more kill, and I think I've unlocked it. One more ADS suppressed kill. Think that's it. I think I've done them. Yeah, cool, nice. If all's gone well and if all's gone according to plan. Yep, that's the weekly. Lovely. Right, let's get into bloody Warzone so I never have to touch multiplayer again. Right, let's get this built. It is a BP50 with a conversion kit. Have I got any nice skins for the BP50? Yeah, not really. I mean, that one's kind of nice, I guess. Who the hell puts a 20-round mag on it? Okay, so this by default comes with a 60-round mag. Let's have a look at what it shoots like. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that didn't feel super fast TTK-wise, so maybe I'll just... Oh, I lied. That's actually quite quick. I mean, you could definitely hindsight this. You wouldn't necessarily need an optic. Okay, that's pretty quick. It's pretty quick. Gosh, you couldn't barely put any attachments on this thing. That's... interesting. So you may as well put an optic on this because you can't put a lot on it. But using a third-party controller with an interface software, I feel like I have zero aim assist. Honestly, they're very, there wouldn't really be an instance where you have zero aim assist. Dead zones are the biggest thing that I would say affect aim assists quite frequently. People with really high dead zones don't really feel the benefit. I mean, this is ultimately just a close-range melter, isn't it? It's got a fair bit of horizontal. We're going to want an ammo. Well, we may as well use all the attachments we can, seeing as... I don't think ammo is really all that important. I'd probably go with the Kimura Laser Light. I mean, that's quite people melty, isn't it? I do like a slightly different optic from time to time. Don't ask me why. That's an interesting build. I mean, it's certainly one of the weapons of all time. I'll tell you that much. I might go with a Moore's optic on this. I just need to find what optic I like. Could maybe go NIDAR. I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it. NIDAR could be the way to go. Okay. I'm liking that. I'm liking that. Let's give it a go. Do. Let's see how we get on here. Go to a good old El Clasico solo. Drops to almost 800 after the first range, so that's the only downside. Yeah, so it must be the best close range option. So I assume that's the balance for it. This is our new controller, by the way, for those of you who are just joining us today. Our aim controller's Hall effect stick sensor. Just to contextualize what exactly that means. If I go into my controller settings here and I put my dead zones down to 0 and then turn on the test, you will see very little in the way of judder, even at 0. Zero dead zones? No problem, lad. Why? Because you can't get stick drift with Hall effects. Want a controller that will literally never get stick drift? Code TTB in the store. I'm not sure what tech they're using to achieve it, but I assume it's some sort of... I wouldn't even know where to begin, really. It could be an optical sensor. I don't know. So yeah, that's with zero dead zone. I still play with 2 dead zone anyway, just because. Just to eliminate any minor potential chances of judder. But yeah. Pretty insane. It will never get stick drift, therefore, assuming nothing else goes wrong with the controller, you'll be fine. It is magnetic, yes, but there's more to it than that, QB, because the reason companies didn't do Hall effect sensors is that they weren't... If you use a Hall effect sensor, it still has to calculate where 0 was, and that calculation introduced input delay. So they've had to use something on top of that in order to achieve the Hall effect sensor. It's why they haven't just been a thing. It's why it's taken them a while to come out. Because you need to find a way to compensate for that inherent delay. Or find a way to fix it with your own sort of proprietary means, if you will. Yeah, digital buttons, all sorts, got everything. Do a controller configuration with all of us? Yeah, can do. We'll do that probably later on in the stream.
Playtime's over. Stand by for deployment to the Warzone.
I'm a few euros lighter and waiting for the controller. Yeah, well, that was a whole whopping 50% off at the time. I think it only lasted a day or two because so many people ordered them. I think at the moment my code actually has a random chance. I think my controller has a random chance. My code has a random chance of giving you up to like 70% off at the moment. It just depends on... I think it's something of that. I mean, it's a random chance though. It's not guaranteed. Yeah, what Slice said for the most part. Smart triggers, Hall effect sticks, digital buttons, and you're kind of chilling, really. Let's drop into my first game of Warzone in quite some time. It's been quite a while, folks. So hopefully I'm not arse.
Primary objective is to eliminate all targets.
I will say it does feel pretty smooth. I was expecting the analogs to feel different with the Hall effect sensors. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's almost as though that one has a bit of grain to the under... I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's really difficult. I'm basically a controller pervert at this point, so... I'm like a connoisseur. I'm not one of those geezers who spends 700 quid on an espresso maker at this point, so... Yeah, that's the kind of realm I'm operating. That's the stratosphere I'm in right now. I would say that 10 cents on the Hall effect sensors and on the regular sensors do feel slightly different. but not in a bad way. It's not a bad different. It's just an interesting different. That's the way I would describe it. Do we reckon I can tickle this man without pain? What's fascinating is that that wasn't my bounty. I'm not here. I'm not here. No one's here. Come with me inside this building. And then you'll instantly perish. It's not your fault. I play like a scum, and then you'll instantly perish. I quite like the back paddles for the whole for the aims because they kind of fit snugly where the controller naturally rests where your hands are, without feeling too in the way. They're very clicky as well, which is something I like about any given. I like a clicky button. I don't like a mushy button. You ever just hide in a corner and murder somebody in solos? No? Just me? At least I'm honest about it.
Loadout drop headed your way.
There's someone in here. I've seen that laser. I honestly, like, the thing for me as well is I just honestly, I just couldn't recommend a scuff after using it myself. Like, mine broke in 2 months at best. Plus, you have to use Corsair IQ, and quite frankly, that is its own disgrace. Could have sworn I just heard somebody under me. Because I did. Come on. Face your doom. There's no one here, bro. It's fine. There's no one here. You can run around and be a silly little guy and then take a free play break and then run back down the stairs and... Did we just run past each other? That's quite impressive. The little things in Warzone, like, hey... the back paddles are remappable. Let's say 5. Yeah, it does work fine on the PlayStation, but it's a licensed PlayStation 5 controller that they're using. It's not a third-party peripheral. I think they might not be remappable on Xbox. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the Xbox controllers are different. I know the PlayStation ones are fully remappable. But what would I know? Just a silly little guy who doesn't use Xbox controllers. I think it's because there's only so much you can do with native Xbox controllers. Obviously, if you make a third-party peripheral with Xbox, you have to do all sorts of licensing and whatnot, what have you. I don't think that man enjoyed that. That being said, I mean, obviously I know it would be nice to have them remappable on Xbox, but I use the same remapping for every single controller I've got, so wouldn't make a huge world of difference to me.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the sky.
What if the Eagle Child, do we reckon? I see you know your judo well, sir.
Got gas inbound. Safe
Get your hands off my... I don't know what that gunfight was, but it's certainly one of the fights will turn, I'll tell you that much. Yes, this is the new BP50 conversion kit, folks, which is the new source for the SMG meta. You turn an assault rifle into an SMG. Wow. Now that's what I call Gunshagger 56. Do I want to win this game?
gas is closing in. You're being tracked by an enemy squad. Evade and survive.
I mean, I'm in the right places to win this. Arguably, I probably want to move somewhere up here, but you know, some would say that's a problem for future me, and they would be correct because I need to go there now. See, the real key to success as a content creator is just admitting when you're terrifically wrong. And good apology videos, don't forget. You can't be a YouTuber without having at least one apology video ready to go. So, here's the beef. There is someone here. Me and this man are having a slow off. Why would you go and do it? Why would you do that, sir?
Gas is inbound, marking a new safe zone.
You obviously don't know your judo very well if you were willing to do that. Feel like pure shit, just want GZW back. Don't you worry, it will be back. We'll be back with GZW when it releases into early access. I gotta tell you something, guys. A, that's a very inconvenient jailbreak. And B, it hasn't been the worst Solos experience so far. We read all chats, Panda. We read all chats. We are both busy on Twitch and YouTube. Just like I'm going to read, this geezer who's spectating me is about to land clean on my head. Error code harass. Interesting. Let me tell you something. If this guy doesn't land on my head, I'll be astonished. I actually just got a kill with... I just got a kill with my aura there. I didn't actually shoot the guy. He just perished when I looked at him. And if you're an Arsenal fan, you would say that that's just your guy's fault. Now. There's no need to shoot back. All right? I get to win if you don't shoot back. Yeah, I played on PC. We have a fairly beefy PC. Cheeky little 240 FPS. Do you think GZW could take the #1 spot in your content? COD will always be part of my content, Colsey. Like, I do enjoy Warzone for all of its flaws. And I'm confident Warzone will continue to progress into the end of the year and next year. So, COD by no stretch of the imagination is leaving. But it will be a very major component, I'd say. I reckon if I was streaming 6 days a week, I'd do 4-2 or 4 GZWs to... Yeah, EK, I heard about EK Warblocks' thing. I also very interestingly heard about the issue that I was having with GZW launching has finally been spoken about by Jay's 2 cents. About like the whole stability thing, so that's good to see. Wowzers, that's a big rotation. Okay, we have a minor problem here. In that this is a pretty huge rotation in a short window of time.
Friendly loadout drops on the way.
It's a shame, really, because EKWB produces good war blocks. I mean, I've never personally water-cooled a system, but it's universally known that they're kind of a go-to, you know? They've always been a fairly reliable...
Dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
I can't let him have that building. Add a bit of chaos to the mix, why not? Brother, Brother,
Deploying bomb drone.
Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone.
oh, you bannering. That is a terrible rotation to have to make here. Ain't gonna lie, chat. This one's gonna suck. A little less so when they give you freebies like that, but...
Gas is closing in.
Here's the thing, I basically just have to defend my perimeter.
You're in the top 10. Keep knocking them out.
Through the power of friendship.
Inbound, marking a new safe zone.
Requesting fire mission. Target marked.
Copy your mark. Mortar strike inbound.
Yeah, there's only so much on.
Open here.
Wow.
Boy, only 5 remained. You were close.
That's the only downside to that SMG. What can you do?
Let's regroup and get back up there, yep.
I hope he loses. Just for being an LTV merchant, I hope he loses. I don't know why COD never, like... I think everybody kind of universally agreed that if vehicles stopped working after the 5th circle, nobody would be upset. Like... Do you guys remember the Big Bertha meta? Back in the day? Wowzers. I can't believe he's won that. I need to use LTVs more clearly. I have no issue with aim assist, Panda Raid. It's the biggest things with aim assist are your FOV and your it'll be your FOV and your sense generally, and dead zones. Do you guys remember back in the day when Big Berthas were literally just haunting entire maps? Those were some interesting times, weren't they? Yeah, Berthas were disabled in Circle 4. Code TTB is the code if you are interested. If you'll allow me a moment to... I actually need to open up a... I actually haven't got Discord open in a minute. Game capture, specific window, Call of Duty. We will be streaming some Armor Reforger at some point, by the way, this week, folks. All my brothers are feeling fatigue right now because I ain't seeing very many of them on the line. I'll tell you that much. I gotta be real with you, chat. That, what was it? That, Season 3 Reloaded announcement. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious, chat. What in the world were they thinking? I actually checked the announcement. So specialist bonus we've had before and foresight we've had before. The only new thing is this supposed heavy armor plate. So this update is actually only releasing one new thing. We've had day-night cycles for Rebirth before. What's happening with Season 3 Reloaded? Nothing. Day-night cycles for Rebirth Island, which we've had before. Foresight's returning, which we've had before. Specialist perk, which we've had before. And there's like a new chance to find heavy armor plates, which give people slightly more armor, I think. And that's the source. That's the entire update. There is no new content for Big Map BR, except for potentially these, they say that these bunkers on the map are opening, and that's it.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Crazy, innit? Like, I would love to know what they're working on. I'm not even, like, bantering. Like, I'm just genuinely quite surprised at how little content Warzone's had.
Y'all make this look fun. Work came down. We are free to go. Gear up, grab your shoes. We're going to Warzone. Enemy activity.
Like, I'd understand if they said, hey, guys, look, you know, we ain't got a huge amount of content at the minute because we're working on X, Y, Z. Do you know what I mean? I would understand that. But it's the fact that, like, we don't really have that. So, I don't know, guys. I don't know. It just seems a bit weird to me. You know? Like, what are they working on for there to be such little content in Season 3 Reloaded? I mean, I hope Season 4 is a banger. That's the only thing I can say, really. Yeah, I very much agree with, I agree with Iceman Isaac. Me and him were talking about it on Twitter last night, and it feels like Call of Duty chase a trend that they see. Like, they see that Rebirth is doing quite well, so they chase it down. Well, this is certainly a new texture glitch. I would like to point out I'm on a whole new set of NVIDIA drivers, so this is a brand spankingly new texture glitch. So, like, you know, I kind of agree with him that because they chase these trends so much, they end up neglecting other modes. Like, they neglected most of Warzone to chase the extraction shooter trend with DMZ. And now, like, they're kind of neglecting Big Map because they're chasing Resurgence. And it's like, my brothers, don't we have, like, 16 development studios working on this game? Do you mean to tell me that we can't release an update where every part of the game receives an adequate amount of attention? Is that not the reason why Activision has, like, Toys for Bob and all these other geezers working on the same game? You know what I mean? If Season 4 is a big season, I will respectfully slap myself sideways and shut up. All right? I'll say, do you know what, boss man? Sorry, I apologize. Do you know what I mean? If that genuinely is a thing, if Season 4 is just riddled with content, maybe even a new map, I'll say, sorry, boss, I'll never waffle again. Go off king, do what you want. But if it isn't, bro, then woof. Well, what is there to say, really, at that point? What is going on over here? Where is this geezer going? Were you on the sort of Polar Express to somewhere else, my guy? Because... everything okay in the yard? Genuinely, where is this geezer? Oh, okay, he made it up. Fair play. I respect your hustle, my guy. He made it up. I didn't even see him make it that way. Fair play to him. Oh. Hey. Let me tell you something. My football takes are just harsh truths that people don't want to hear, all right? That's on God. Like, I'll be truthful about it, all right? My football takes are just things that people know is true but don't want to hear. Like Declan Rice being a sideways pass merchant and Henderson in disguise.
With you, my man.
Get the fuck up, get the fuck up.
That's not very polite.
Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone.
I believe he was about to turn that man into a doobly.
Target marked. Request fire mission.
Don't think that was quite where I wanted the airstrike. I'm not entirely sure. I know, it might have been vaguely okay. I mean, football doesn't matter anyway, because, you know, Man City are once again winning it all. I now get to hear the post-season analysis from Arsenal fans and Liverpool fans about what went right and what went wrong, when in reality we're all just constantly victims to the same football team. Here's the thing, my brother. I like a push as much as the next guy. You know. Have you recalibrated the Hall Effect sticks? I haven't done anything to them, Aphis. I took them out of the box and used them as is. We did the same thing. Nice. Fair play to him. Surprised I didn't crock him, to be fair.
Camp. It's the gulag, and you're gonna have to fight to earn redeployment.
I want to get a Ram 7 built at some point so I can just mince around the map at maximum velocity. I think that might be the play. Yeah, you get the same aim assist on all platforms, Envy. It's no different. It's one of the biggest sort of superstitions in Call of Duty is that, you know, there is more or less aim assist for X, Y, Z. It's all the same. Actual statistical aim assist values are always the same, but people have differences in perceived aim assist because they have different settings. Like, I have high FOV, therefore I notice aim assist more. I notice the pull of aim assist more. I have low dead zones as well, so I notice the pull of aim assist more. I like that that guy did the same thing as me. He was like, I don't know where you are, so I'm going to get on this toolbox. Oh, my audio is starting to vanish. That's not good.
A well-earned redeployment, soldier. Stand by.
What do we reckon? Should we flip a coin? Heads, this is perfectly fine. Tails, I'm about to instantly die. I nearly landed on the crate there. That would have been very bad. That would have been very, very bad, my guys. Maybe don't do that. I was about to make that a coin landing on its side there for a second. Oh, it's the fish AI. Hello.
Gas is closing in. Get to the new safe zone.
I dislike that I'm presently on someone's radar.
Need recon overhead.
Ben gifted? I bet you he's never been shot like this before. He's probably thinking to himself, what have I just seen? And I wouldn't blame him. I'm actually a Chaos Merchant, I can't lie. I am the biggest Chaos Merchant in this game.
What? Where
Look.
are you, my friend?
Where are you? You tell me where you are, we can be
See?
friends.
Do you team with me?
Team? In this economy?
What?
Oh, I know where you are now. Hello.
Where are you?
Well, that's for me to know and for you to find out.
You got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
Yes, do you see me? Okay?
I do see you. Do you see me?
Yes, I listen to you.
Are you sure about that?
An enemy squad's hunting you. Stay sharp.
Did you get a kill?
No, we not team.
Enemies dropping into the AO. Gas is closing in.
Ooh. No, we don't only. Why you shot me?
Why did you shoot me?
What? Fucking.
I had no aim assist
Penel.
there. Zero aim assist there.
The enemy took that one.
That's crazy.
Get 'em back.
I had absolutely none. Does he know this game is PvP? He might not. That was rough. Right, I want to get a Ram 7 going. Been meaning to play with a Ram 7 recently. Seeing as the meta literally is unwilling to change. Does anybody know what the Ram 7 build is off the top of their head? I'm sure one of you Giga Sweats in chat surely knows what it is. Poor guy just wanted to team up, yeah. Just wanted to be mate. Just waiting for a mate. You know? That's what he was looking for. One of you Giga Sweats in chat will know it. Come on. Come on. Come out. You know, I know you're here. One of you knows the build off the top of your head. Come on. Let's not pretend that you don't. There we go. Wouldn't it be more wise to take the stock in, or sorry, the pad instead of the underbarrel? There we go, Lex. Have a think, shall we? I mean, they're basically the same. You know, they do the same thing. Yeah, they're pretty much the same. I'm not sure whether I like the brake or the compensator. Okay, that feels about right. I'm not sure which one I prefer, the break or the compensator. I mean, at this point, they're basically the same thing. All right, let's just gig us way in. Come on. Come on, in we go. Into the world of the Warzone. What was I going to do? I was going to... We'll do a solos, why not? I think it's safe to say the streamer fatigue is starting to kick in, because out of all of the streamers I follow, the only people online is Benny and Jaff. And Oki, I guess, as well. I don't even know if he's live, though. I should probably save this Ram 7 build, seeing as I... Yeah, but you can't compensate for horizontal recoil, just kill it, but you can compensate for vertical, and who cares about radar ping, bro? Like, honestly, I want them to come and hunt me. Like, I want people to push me. I wish people would push me. You know what I mean? Like, the solos I've been playing for the last couple of months have just been 65 dons sitting on roofs with sniper rifles. Like, I want people to come and find me. Please. I don't think I've ever really used a weapon decal. Not a huge amount, anyway. My brothers on the streaming side are feeling the fatigue, man. I can see it. We're gonna be doing a bit of we're gonna be doing a bit of Reforger soon, for sure. Miss watching you started tomographic in Verdansk. Good times. I'm sure the boys will be back for Big Map once they finally get some love. Tactical AF does feel like it was made for me. You are correct about that. The extraction shooter that we were playing, Jimmy, is finished. The technical test is over. So there's no more access to it. Or at least the access for it ended at like 11. Good God, that guy's microphone. Yeah, once you factor in a bit of aim assist on this thing, it's easy to see why it's so successful. Since you and Jaff said good movement is all about letting the enemy make the first mistake, I've improved a bunch. Honestly, that's all it is, man. Like, it genuinely is. Like, good movement isn't geezers doing 7 YY spams and peeking around corners. It's knowing when to go from gear 1 to gear 10, you know? The new meta is the BP50 Conversion Kit, which is a weekly unlock, if you're interested. It's not even in beta, Jimmy. That was actually a pre-alpha. That's not even an alpha, bro. That was a pre-alpha test. So it's very early access, which is why so many of us were so impressed with it. I know a lot of you were like, oh man, you know, GZW has X problem or this problem or looks a bit boring, and it's like, broski, this game's in pre-alpha and it's phenomenal. Like. Why spinning is the best way? I mean, we're gonna talk about our movement this round. I'm gonna go through and explain the movement I'm doing and why I'm doing it. Or at least after I finish the fight, I'll try and explain the sort of ins and outs to what I'm thinking. Right now I need to aim for height because this geezer might play this. Okay, he decided not to. Interesting.
Bounty targets marked. Kill them all.
So generally speaking, when I'm moving around in the first part of the map, I'm trying to be a nuisance in terms of cover. Like, I'm trying to keep as much cover in between me and my opponents as humanly possible. So like moving out in this open here, for example, sucks. So you want to try and get as fast as you can. Like here is where you crouch slide because you're out in the open anyway. So crouch sliding to try and make yourself smaller and harder to hit is always a plus. Like whenever you're in an open space, absolutely look like you're trying to hit a clip on TikTok. Like that is perfectly acceptable movement out in the open. Right, we're gonna go straight onto this geezer. I'm pretty much just gonna land on this guy's head for the most part. Once I have an actual read on where he is. I'm gonna assume he's inside that building. So I don't really want to be stuck in a roof scenario here because I probably won't be able to get line of sight damage onto him. So I'm gonna go into the side here. Okay, you can hear him inside, so we know he's actually second floor, so he's actually up here.
Flanking here.
If I radar it, you'll see. Oh, hello. Has it got ghosted vest already? The best movement there was none at all. Guy had somebody on him. He panicked. Knew I was here. He knows. Here's the thing with those scenarios. Like, I know he's here. He possibly knows I'm there at that point. So, you know, just let him run around. My TikTok, my textures are broken. It's a weird bug that a lot of people on PC are getting at the minute. This isn't me trying to get cool settings. I've just been mortar strike, so I'm gonna rotate up inside this building. Gonna let this first wave of mortars here. Oh, we're hitting here. Gonna close the door. Pop in a pie here. You always want a pie to be in a position where you can actually play off the result of the pie. You don't want it to be in a position where, like, if your pie is so far away from you that you can't capitalize off the plate break, then you're not using pies correctly. This guy's outside to my left. He's, like, thinking about going to the buy station, but he's not too sure. He's not sure whether I've left or not. So he doesn't know if I'm still here. Which is why I'm currently making no noise. With the mortar strike, he has no idea if I've left the area. Running around. That might be his radar, so he might now know I'm here. We're not sure if it's his radar, but it's safe to assume it probably is. He is in the building, and we know that because we've heard a metal clank. So we're now going to reposition and pick up this pie. He could parachute towards us here. We're not too sure. An explosion's just happened further down the hill, so I'm just going to pop this and I'm going to assume that that's where that's gone. We're deliberately skirting the edge of his drone here because I want to get pure height on him, but I don't want his mosquito to activate.
Gas is inbound, marking a new safe zone.
Easy. Nice and quick. Dealt with the problem. Didn't YY spam 65 times. Like, dead simple. All we had to do there was make sure that he didn't get intel off of his recon drone splashing on me so that he wasn't too aware of the push. He probably heard the parachute, but at that point I was already on the building because it's not a huge gap. Simple as. Very simple movement. Nothing crazy about it. Did the job. I am now going to rotate a little bit more centrally here. Just because I feel like there's... I'm going to go for the zip line, though. I'm going to go through the zip line. I don't really want to run that across the open there. So, in a situation like this where I have a clear objective in mind, if I've got some airstrikes coming in like that, I'm just moving. Like, I'm not really thinking about the movement a huge amount. Like, I'll occasionally throw in the odd slide just to keep it... Places like this where I'm crossing in the open, I'll always do a bit of slide cancelling just to make myself smaller. Now, this is what I'd call a corner peek, so you're just sort of doubling through and back. Like, you don't need crazy fast movement for this. Okay, so we've seen a player here. So what I want to do here is close the gap as much as possible before getting into audible range. Chances are he's going for the zip line. I don't know if that was the same guy. I think it might be. I'm suspicious that that might have been two separate skins. So I'm going to play the zip line and smoke it, and then just instantly move off. Okay, so we've seen a new guy here. We've seen two guys having a little peek at each other. I'm going to land on the offside of the building. A little drop shot, make it really hard for him to get the capitalization off of the movement. That guy's going to close the gap because he's heard the fight. So I'm going to move, get as much cover between me and him. He's going to play in the building or above. He's dropped down. I'm smoking because I don't have the advantage anymore because I've lost intel, so I'm rotating again. He's probably going to play the wall here because he's lost me. He doesn't know where I am anymore. I would guess he's still there. We're just pure breaking away from that. You know, I lost the advantage because I'd already engaged somebody else, so why give him the advantage? We'll just leave the situation. Use a bit of cover. Try to put as much cover in between me and the opponent to make it hard for him to get those windows of damage. I think he might be creeping around the side of this building. Whilst that radar's up, I'm just going to play compact. Close all the doors. So that way he has to make an audible cue to push me. When you're interior on a building as well, you get more audio of people pressing your surroundings, I find, because of the way the occlusion works. I'm just going to peek this door open. I think he's still there. I think he hasn't left, or if he has, he's gone on to the blue 2 story. So in this scenario, we're just going to leave. Going to play this story over here, this height position. We're in a scenario now where I don't know where he is. He doesn't know necessarily where I am, or he might have a better inkling than I do. And that's just a disadvantage, so we just move. We just move. Now, I need to adjust the height of my camera again. I actually increased the height of the cam just because I've been playing with my monitor closer to me recently for Valorant and other games, a couple of milsim games, so if I'm correct, this guy is probably, yeah, he's right there. He's right there. They're fighting, so I'm going to close the gap. Not necessarily pushing in, though, because even if the fight is concluded, I don't want them to think it's an immediate press. Plus, I have all of his exit angles, for the most part, covered. 3 players, we're going to play that press now. He's going to rotate into the building if he's got more than 2 brain cells. Easy. We slide out of the door, we check left on the audible footstep, and then we swing back on ourselves because we know he's going to play the same way. Like, he's not just going to stand there and die. We swing the aim all the way around. Alright, we're going to press across to low town now. I'm going to move fairly quickly here because people would have heard that fight. BP50 as an SMG. It's a new conversion kit. I'd like to try and get to a buy station at some point or another just because I've got a fair bit of cash here. So when we're in an open stretch again, crouch sliding where possible, making ourselves small. I'm trying to put some of these buildings in between me and some of the long distance sidelines. But right now we're playing towards the zip line. Brother. Don't get caught in a glitch spot like I just... That was a high alert. I just got high alerted because I got stuck on a rock. This is not good. He's right there. Please let me out of the water game. Right, we're expecting a third party straight away, so I'm just looking for a hardcover building pretty much off the rip. Plus there's a radar in the sky, so... Alright, playing back towards that zippy. Again, I'm going to use as much hard cover as possible. Putting as much cover between me and the primary buildings in front of me. I'm then going to smoke this cross if I've got one, but I don't. So I'm just going to use the truck as hard cover, and then we're instantly rotating away. Somebody has just taken a couple of pot shots at me. We know where he is. I'm going to land on this roof up here and play the high position on him, because if I get it down, very easy. He's mounted up a fair bit more than I was expecting now.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located.
I mean, the easy solution here is just to make him move, so that's what we're going to do. Okay, we've actually got multiple people now fighting on that building. So I'm going to put a cluster strike and an airstrike on it. Somebody's just died and redeploy packed. I'm zipping down towards the primary zip line. And then I'm going to rotate over towards the portable buy station. Alright, we've got some UAVs now. We're going to move more centrally into Lowtown because that's where the circle's going. That guy's in the sky. We're looking for defendable buildings and positions, so generally speaking, where we are right now is not the most ideal in the world. We're probably going to aim for that building block ahead of us. Up here to the left, this is nice and defendable. One stairwell, very simple.
Enemies dropping into the AO.
That's fine. Expecting somebody to land on the roof, if I'm honest. He's going to be creeping down the stairs slowly. He doesn't necessarily know I'm here. He hasn't had the audible cue, so we're just not moving. That's all we're doing here. We're letting him think he's nice and safe. Still above me. Easy. The best movement is none at all. Guy pushing below me. We know he's below because of the mud. The sound of dirt. In a scenario like this, again, we're letting him think he's safe. He's heard the gunfight, so he's going to push up the stairs aggressively. Easy peasy. Easy kill. Didn't really need to do anything. Simples. The good thing about these long buildings and the way they sort of operate, because there's only one stairwell, is just that anybody who presses you has to make noise, for the most part. Nobody can just run up on you without making a sound. Now, because I don't have a sniper, there's kind of no benefit to playing the top floor here, so I'm not going to do that, because that would be the obvious thing to do. I'm actually just going to play the side floor here. So we're just sort of chilling in here. I'm not necessarily looking for anything too aggressive. I can see a guy up here.
Moving this way.
See him just sort of wombling along there. Ultimately, I'm in a game-winning position at this point. Like, unless this zone pulls pretty dramatically, which I'd be surprised if it did. Just going to keep an eye on the map. I'm in a game-winning position. I can't lose the game from here unless I make some very critical errors and let people push me. So all I'm going to do, again, I'm just going to go downstairs quickly, check all the doors are closed, and if they're not, I'm going to seal them up. We haven't got one there, so that's fine. And then we are once again playing this side stairwell. We're playing what's called an on angle, so not an off angle. An off angle would be like sitting here. An on angle is sitting like here. So the difference between an off angle and an on angle, for those of you who play Valorant or CSGO, an on angle is you being the aggressor. An off angle is you letting them press up and then hoping to capitalize off of them pressing. So an on angle is you aggressing, an off angle is you holding for the aggression.
Gas is moving.
So this, for example, would be an off angle, but it's a good off angle because it makes them feel safe. This would be an on angle because we're waiting to make the attack. All right. So we're going to play a safe off angle here. We're listening out for potential parachutes coming in above us now. But for the most part, which we're not making more movement here is stupid. If you're running around this building, YY spamming, do whatever you want, you're going to get yourself killed. There's a radar in the sky, so there's a good chance somebody knows we're here at the bare minimum. There's been a couple of fights here too, so it'd be safe to assume there's people here. Got the UAV in pocket. The good thing about this off angle as well is that it makes people feel like they can press. Like, it makes people feel like they can push up the stairs without a threat, and then suddenly they get pounced on. So that's kind of the way to go about it. It's also worth remembering as well that, like,
10 remain. You're all
unless somebody parachutes on our head, we kind of have the advantage. Somebody's pressing outside. Can hear all that sprinting. So he's to my left because he's on stone. So he's actually out here on this concourse. No, there we go. He's on my level. I could maybe kill this guy
relocating the safe zone.
whilst he's sniping. He's not peeked out again, so I'm going to assume that he's seen me. So I know where one of the 8 people left is. He's to my left.
Gas is inbound.
Not a huge number of people alive. Just gotta chill. Just gotta wait. Honestly, like, I know it's like, look, at the end of the day, right? There's no pride in solos, my guys. Like, solos is just playing intelligently as best as you can, whether you're sitting in a corner or whatever it is you're doing. This guy's pulling attention away from me as well, which is good, which is what I want. Now, I am going to maintain a sort of ADS here, just in case, because you never know. Somebody could be smart enough to push up the stairs. Squad play dynamics are very different. You know, in solos, it is just a case of, are you in a good spot? Yes. If yes, maintain good spot. Most people tend to get restless in solos. They move too much because they panic.
Marking a new safe zone.
Another guy pushing into my building. We're not making any noise. We're letting him feel safe. There's no one here, my guy. In you come. All good. In you get. Nice. Cool. He's going to push up the stairs. Wasn't very difficult. Somebody might want to play off that. We're just watching. Multiple people are going to push up now. They're all going to feel like they have an opportunity. The second I get this next kill on the next guy who pushes me, I need to be looking straight back down towards the stairs because I'll get another press. This guy's creeping up the stairs right now. Or he's just chilling in the base of the building. He's accepted that somebody's upstairs. And therefore he doesn't want to play it. Which is also a valid option. Wouldn't shock me.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located.
Okay, now we rotate up the stairs to give ourselves an exit.
You're losing ground.
Need recon
Move it.
overhead.
We know where he is. He doesn't know where I am. I got stuck on the ladder. I got stuck on the ladder. Love card. Love card. Would have had him, bro. It's almost like I should only get on a ladder if I'm looking directly at it. That would be an interesting concept now, wouldn't it, card? Oh well, pretty much did it. Like, should have really won that if the game didn't decide to be arse. But Jeej. What can you do, right? I might do a little trio Philly and get a bit aggressive with the old Ram 7. Nah, he didn't have the position. He would have lost. I still had 2 smoke grenades. He's behind a truck, which is like entirely penetrable. And I also had a durable gas mask, so easy win. What thumbstick? I always use the same thumbstick height. I just use the normal medium thumbstick height. I never go higher. It sucks. What can you do? You play a Warzone masterclass and you get stuck on a ladder. He didn't play badly, no, by any stretch of the imagination. What I liked about how he played that scenario is that, like, he parachuted across and he didn't know where I was, but he made the logical assumption that I was already in the circle because he threw a nade and he threw 2 smokes. So that's quite an intelligent play on his behalf. Like, he's done a good job by that. Like, when you parachute across to a rooftop, you've announced your position to the world, and he knows that. So he's done a really good job there by A, throwing the grenade and double smoking, because it means that he can make a couple audible cues and hopefully they get masked. So I knew he jumped down, but another player might not have necessarily heard that. Do you know what I mean? I think with a with a durable gassy and 2 smokes out, I would have won that fight had I not got stuck on a ladder. But what can you do? I don't think he heard me below, Matthew. I think what he was hoping for is either the vehicle next to me would explode, which is, I guess, not the worst idea in the world. But I also think he threw the grenade at such a point where if I was on the right side of the building, I would have been hit. If I was inside the building, I might have taken a small bit down. He was basically just playing for hit markers, do you know what I mean? Which is not a bad play at all. Like, he played it really well. I just got really unlucky with the ladder. Mouse and keyboard on PlayStation is certainly one of the choices of all time.
I'll see you on the other side. Battle Royale. You got gas.
We're playing trios now, so I'm landing wherever I like. Ooh. Well, I would have gone for the stronghold. I mean, this guy wants to go for a stronghold, which I think is very optimistic. Do I give it a try? I mean, there's definitely a team going there. I might go roof to roof here.
Targets are up. Go take them down. Enemy operators attempting to locate explosive
Interesting.
materials in the AO. Don't let them.
Oh, I nearly fell over the ledge there. I am surprised nobody else went to that stronghold.
Training camp. It's the gulag, and you're gonna have to fight to earn redeployment.
It doesn't help pushing the stronghold after they've been there for all of 5 minutes, lad. Don't wanna alarm you. Somebody's actually doing a nuke in this. Oh. Notice how I didn't move at all? Can't believe somebody's doing a nuke in this lobby. It's certainly one of the nukes of all time, I'll tell you that much. Our teammate's in for an interesting couple of minutes. Textures on the building are bugged, so it's glowing. Oh, damn, he dunked on him. And if my teammates pull together here, we've got a load it. You know what I mean?
Target marked. Quick fire.
It was worth it to first your friend. Gosh, everybody you play against these days is a pure Rainbow Six Shield team, bro. Where are the animations? Yeah, the game's just bugged, bro. This bug has been in the game since Season 2 and it hasn't been fixed. Where are my teammates?
Friendly loadout
Bro.
drops on the way.
We get it. You know where the element is. Oh my god, no. He's like a fresh bab who's never seen one of these before, isn't he? Yeah, this guy is, how do you say it? Okay. This guy is how do you say a newborn? Yep, he's dead.
Heads up, an enemy squad marked you as a bounty target.
This is a man playing on like 4 cents, 60 FOV. That is something I can tell you. They're above you, mate. And this is why people don't do SBMA. Don't go to... Oh my god, look at this thumb. Look at this thumb, bro. What are you doing? What are you doing? Brother, what are you doing? Oh no, I don't care. I'm spamming it because this guy must be dumb as rocks. He's so dead. What is he doing, bro? What have I just watched? The team that did kill me pre-fired me in a weird way, yes. I'm aware of that. I haven't said anything yet because I'd like to see what goes down. But I'm fairly confident the guy with the that like the skin with the grey skin and the sash over the eye. Yeah, he's definitely I'm pretty sure he's cheating. You know, like. I'm gonna peek the bottom here just ever so slightly, and if he starts shooting me straight away, that'll be all you need to know. Yeah, he's already looking this way. Pretty sure the team on the nuke contract are not normal men. If you're interested in what me and Metallica are talking about, you just need to look at the fight we had with them initially. They're pressing me out and they know exactly where I am.
Be advised, enemy operators secured a bomb component. Make it their last.
I mean, I could just make it my life's mission to ruin these guys' nuke attempt. Well, I'm not surprised the Bab has had enough. I mean, he's got absolutely zero chance. He should never be in a lobby like this. Should never be in a lobby like this, the poor bastard.
Safe zone relocated.
That's what I mean, bro. Like, SPMM just doesn't work. A guy like that literally has, and I mean this, a 0% chance of winning a game of Warzone in this lobby. So I don't know why the game's decided to put him in it. I can't see the team with the first element. Maybe because my textures have disappeared. I'm guessing that's probably it.
Watch the skies.
Oh, that was the nuke team.
Gas is moving. Move to the safe zone.
I think I might grab this helicopter and have... Oh, hello, there's a guy right there. Oh, he's parachuting. Okay.
RCB at this time.
Yeah, my textures are vanishing. Where do we reckon the nuke team are, seeing as I can't see them?
Enemy soldier incoming.
Thank you for the 5, Killjoy. Trying to get my textures back one day at a time, bro.
Deploying mosquito.
I think this might be the nuke team, but I'm not entirely sure.
Tossing smoke grenade.
Bye, have a wonderful time.
Gas is moving in. Safe zone located.
Do these lot think I have the nuke or something, bro? Why is everybody on to man? I did a whole video on that, Sam,
You have a buy station inbound.
about Warzone bootcamp being scuff. That's definitely the nuke team over there.
Inbound. Deployable buy stations ready. Be advised, you still have squad mates outside the safe zone. Enemy operators have secured another nuclear component.
Need mid tower out.
That's a very unfortunate time to run out of ammo.
Into the AO.
Ooh, failed the Champions quest. I saw that one coming. I didn't want to say anything, so I didn't want to be that guy, but I saw it coming. You could tell they were quite separated by the end of that.
Requesting fire mission. Target marked.
Copy your mark. Mortar strike inbound.
The BP50 conversion kit, MZ, is the new wave. HRM has better damage range, but up close, the BP50 does not lose. This might be the Dom from earlier that I was talking about. Oh no, there's someone else.
New safe zone.
That is a hell of a zone pull. I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't be happy with that one.
Loadout drop headed.
Do I take a sniper for this final circle? That wise? I mean, I don't have any, so I guess I'm not. I'm a toxic Don, bro, honestly, like...
Flanking here. Moving to my mark. Disregard.
Oh, he's behind a rock. The rock's not rendering in for me, so it looks like I'm cheating. Hee-hee. Love graphics. This is my graphics. There are many like them, but these are mine. These ones in particular come from what I like to deem the special sauce.
Only 25 left. Keep up the good work.
Oh, I know that teammate, don't you worry.
Throwing smoke.
Down to you, soldier.
inadvertently found myself in a multi-team fight there. A multi-team fight, because that's another team coming over the hill.
Gas is inbound. Mark.
Yep. Brothers. Brothers, Brothers, do you know what I really love about the balancing of Warzone is that they've invented a grenade that flashbangs and stuns you whilst you fight. Did you guys see me take damage from a thermobaric grenade in that fight? Because I didn't. Did I get stunned by it anyway? Yes! I honestly, like, as a Warzone content creator, I have never felt like the game is more of a lost cause than it currently is. And that's saying something. Like, I've never felt more overwhelmingly confused about the direction of this game than I do right now. Like, so far today, I've died to a ladder that I didn't want to get on, thermobaric grenade that's just stunned me even though I wasn't fighting it, and it didn't take damage from it, and I wasn't set on fire. It's, yeah. That's COD right now. What's wild to me as well is I was really hoping Season 3 Reloaded would be something good. Like, I was really hoping they'd go, right, lads, here's some LTMs, you know, don't worry, we haven't forgotten about Big Map, we haven't forgotten about, you know, the good stuff, but, like, broski, like, what are we doing? Out here fighting for my damn life on Big Map by myself. There is indeed a new Hell Let Loose map. I'm interested in checking that out. What's wild to me as well is they're paying lots of money. They're paying lots of money for big maps, like tournaments right now. Like, they're paying a fairly substantial sum of cash for multiple big maps.
Gear up fast. We're about to get evil.
Like, I think at the moment they've put, like, I want to say about 300 grand's worth of big map tournaments together for a map that they're not actually paying attention to. Which makes very little sense to me. I would have to say. I'm hoping Season 4 is something special. Like, I don't really know what their plan is for Season 4, but I hope it's something good, because good God, does this game need it. It needs it. It needs a refresh. It needs content across all parts of the game. See if we can lock in and win a game here. Don't mind doing some trio Philly. I don't really find Rebirth solos all that enjoyable, so I think big map rotation's a really big thing, Chicken Burger, and I'm surprised they haven't done it yet. COD is the only game that expects you to play the same big map all the time. So I don't really know what the plan is with that. Like,
don't really know where to drop right now, so I'm just going to land vaguely near a buy station.
You're clear to engage all targets.
That was quite unlucky. I need to restart my game after this because my textures are vanishing at an extreme rate.
Got gas moving in.
So much so that I can see what weapons are modeled off of.
Alright, your squad's in the safe zone.
Somebody's just gone up the zip. Fair enough.
Training camp. It's the gulag, and you're gonna have to fight to earn redeployment.
Yeah, I do miss Al Mazrah. I think Al Mazrah. I think it's a shame Al Mazrah hasn't been used more, really. I was kind of expecting them, like, when Urzikstan was released, I was sort of expecting them to say, right, here's 2 months later, by the way, here's Al Mazrah again. Like, and it will rotate. That hasn't been the case, sadly. Al Mazrah was a good map. It just had some of the worst COD mechanics on it. But there was nothing wrong with Al Mazrah as a core map. Why have I got a level 3 on my team? What is this? What's going on here, COD?
Squad mate is at the gulag. They'll need to survive and redeploy. Your squad mate was sent to the gulag. Fight for a chance to redeploy.
I really enjoyed Al Mazrah as a map. I think it obviously, it unfortunately kind of was a victim of, you know, the mechanics of the game that it had at hand. But as a map, it was great. Nice little loady drop.
Friendly loadout drops on the way.
One of my teammates has quit already.
Your squad mate failed their mission. They're headed back to base.
Am I playing with the boys today? I don't think they're on today. I think Stod's at WASD in the UK. And
Squad mate just got their ass beat.
I think Westy's doing DMZ. Well, Jeff knows where I am if he'd like to play with me. I'm in the usual Discord. If you'd like to play some rounds.
You got a loadout drop inbound. Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone.
Why am I being followed by a helicopter? This mildly concerns me. What am I playing against right now? that guy's about to get landed on like a praying mantis.
Ground. Move it.
What am I playing against?
Advise, there's an enemy squad gunning for you.
I'm looking forward to the release of GZW. I'm looking forward to generally having extraction shooters feature on the channel. I was hoping DMZ would be that extraction shooter. God, that looked like a Cypher trip for a second. It just unfortunately never really scratched the right itch for me. Well, my textures are literally visibly gone at this point.
Enemy buy station incoming.
My fault. I forgot I was playing Rainbow Six. But this is what I don't understand about SBMM. These guys are obviously 3 half-decent players. Why the fuck have I been given a level 3 and a level 22? Like, what? Oh, GG. I didn't realize I didn't have a ghoulie. I have to play solos. Like, I don't think I can play squads. Because for whatever reason, like, SBMM just gives me, like, actual thumbs for teammates. We'll do one resurgence solo. We'll see how we smooth and groove on that. It's a shame Zombies never lived up to its potential either. Zombies hasn't quite had the love that it's needed, has it? Alright, I need to restart my game, otherwise my textures are going to be destroyed. Yeah, we've done all of that, Roman. It's just a game, bro. Like, I don't know what the bug is, necessarily. I'm assuming it's some sort of, like, memory leak. But for whatever reason, I just can't, like, I can't get the textures to stay. I've tried increasing the res, I've tried deleting the files, I've tried doing the textures again. I've literally even DDU'd my graphics drivers and played with fresh drivers. I've done everything. I've done literally everything plausible. Resurgence solos. Lovely. Yeah, so I haven't really had a huge amount of luck with the whole texture thing. It's a bit of a wild one. I think it's just like, it must just be some sort of memory leak. They've said it's on their Trello, isn't it? So I'm assuming at some point it will get fixed. It's on their Trello board for it, so. I'm using the most latest NVIDIA drivers for the 4090. It's just a system-to-system thing, Wizard. A fair number of PC players have got the bug now, so I'm assuming it's just something to do with their texture decompressing or something of that demeanor. Because it's only specific textures, it's only specific building and floor textures that end up going a bit sideways, so whatever it is, it's just something on that end. Oh, man. Zombies could have been really good, man. It felt like they just ran out of content for it, or they just didn't plan content for it. I actually quite enjoyed what Zombies was at its core level. A little solo in that. Oh, I need to update my audio. Hold up. Wavelength game. System, microphone effects. Yeah, zombies in its early days look really promising. I'll be curious to see what Treyarch does this year. Curious to see what Treyarch does this year with zombies. It's been a while since we've had a good Treyarch zombies experience, hey? I'm not normally a living cause, man, but I can be, I guess. That's alright. Shoot him, shoot him, shoot him. Not me, not me. Don't shoot me. Suffering from success. Winning the gunfight. I can't believe that guy got sniped off rip. If I was him, I'd be livid. Just chill it for the timer. See, the difficulty I've got is that whoever I chow here ultimately has guns.
Hostile mosquito is online. Hostiles deploy the mosquito.
We rotate. Yeah, that guy was playing quite ratty in there. Oh my gosh, dude. Might do trio fill. I forgot that people who play solos are absolute degenerates. Pure degen Warzone players. It's weird how long it takes you to get a loadie in this mode. I've always wondered why they've delayed it so long. Like, I would welcome COD just spawning you in with your loadout in Resurgence. I don't think it makes much difference, does it? I think he would have enjoyed that.
Target marked. Request fire mission.
This is Phoenix 2-3, visual on the target.
Hey there, Montana. Hope you're doing well. I just want more. Yeah, I want more LTMs 100%, bro. Like, 100% SSK. Like, it's one of the things I think we've missed the most from this COD is lack of LTMs. Even Warzone Mobile has buybacks. Warzone Mobile got buybacks before BR did, before this version of Warzone did, which is wild. I prefer to live in that flooded bunker.
Enemies detected. Locations marked.
We've had the Christmas LTM and we've had the Resurgence LTM, and that's basically it. Oh my god, I went to reload. I'm about to get cooked.
Friendly UAV is tracking targets.
I'm astonished I'm alive, by the way. This guy won't leave this fight alone, will he? He really wants it. It's only taken him dying 5 times to land back in.
Get ready. You're redeploying.
Bloody hell, Jeremy. Will I get instantly perished off of this? Yes. I think this guy specifically wants me dead. Just him specifically. But let me tell you something, my bro. TikTok isn't a real platform. Oh, yeah. We'll do a trio fail. I think people play with a little bit more freedom on trios, which is kind of what you want, really. Yeah, I hope we get some LTMs. That's kind of what I'm looking for. The Resurgence one's okay, I guess, but like, I'm not a big fan of the LTMs where they kind of focus on abilities, because we already had that with the Gen V stuff. Like, it's not, like, I'll be real with you, the High Trip, like, LTM is just a reskin of the Boys LTM. Like, it's not new. You know, it's slightly different abilities, but the same concept. I would welcome some more LTMs generally. I've match made into Urzikstan trios, but I'm not necessarily mad about it. Yes, this is the new Hall Effect controller. With zero stick drift, some would say. They said it would take a while to build unless they gave me one that they already had in stock, so I was like, yep, cool, don't care what the design is, ship it. just ship it, I'll use it. You can see the design slightly more close up. The light will probably make it a little harder to see. Slightly God of War themed, I guess, would be the word I would use. Stock for the Hall Effect stuff is like really backed up. Really backed up. And I'm not surprised, really. I mean, it's the amount of people buying controllers right now just so they work full time is... How you feeling about it compared to the regular controller? Honestly, I think the biggest compliment to it is that I don't notice a huge difference. It maybe feels a little bit more sensitive or a little bit more fluid, but other than that, I wouldn't notice a major difference. And that's a good thing because obviously it's a new technology and Hall Effect sensors tend to have some issues historically with things like latency. So the fact that it does the same thing.
All stations, we are green to go. Stand by for deployment.
I still think the circularities is round. I don't think that's changed. I think it's like, I'd say the biggest difference is it's marginally more sensitive. I'd say if you play 10-10 on Warzone, you might want to go down to like 8-8 or 9-9, but it's not majorly different.
Contact early and often.
The body is round. His little legs. What built for distance?
Your team leader. Set a drop point for your squad, soldier. You got gas closing in fast. Unass yourself to the safe zone. Stronghold located. Targets are marked on your tag.
Oh, well, I would go for the stronghold, but not looking likely.
You're clear to engage on target.
Decent bit of gear in here.
Got gas moving in.
Not really sure where those guys
Squad
went.
made it to the safe
Oh,
zone.
they landed in Popov. Bloody hell. I play tactical flipped. That's always been my button layout. Is it weird that the Jack Heretic kit feels like it has pretty good mobility compared to the ARM-9? Like, I wouldn't call them super far off each other. It would appear that these local men are engaged in some war. Maybe I'll go help them. Oh, he must have been sniped. See, when I don't want to mantle things, I end up mantling things, and when I do want to mantle things, I bounce off them.
Your squad mate has entered the gulag.
Just sponged for each other. Jeez.
Training camp. It's the gulag, and you gonna have to fight to earn redeployment. Climb and punishment.
This pistol is cursed. It's so cursed, bro.
Gave it a solid try.
I love how the one thing they added to Big Map was to make the gulags worse. Like, God, please. What are we doing, bro? I'm sure these guys will pop a res. I have 11 grand. Buy me back. I have 11 grand. Buy me back.
Located.
This guy's gonna buy his teammate back or is $1,000. Color me surprised.
Attacked by an enemy squad. Evade and survive.
This guy doesn't know how to get his loadout drop because he doesn't know where it is. So he's probably gonna die straight away. Yep. Good stuff, lad. Top tier work from the investigator .daz95. They're all gonna die. I'm putting money on it. He's about to go up on the zip. There's gonna be somebody either up the crane or near him, and he's going to perish. I give it a minute, 60 odd seconds before the inevitable. I've seen more foreplay in Sainsbury's, bro.
Raj.
They're now being pushed out. He's got a whole team on him. GG. He's out. Sorry?
This one's blue.
Contract failed. Objective
What?
lost.
Did he just plate him in a single bullet? Did he not just plate break him in a single bullet? He should never have won that gunfight. Can somebody clip that? Because I honestly think he just won. I think he just one framed him.
Squad mate has been cleared for redeployment.
I think he very genuinely just one framed him.
Got movement.
Gas is closing in. Get to the new safe zone.
He did. He one framed him. He genuinely one framed him. That guy had full health. That guy was fully plated. There was no reason for that to play out how it did. That's wild.
Friendly Guardian is active. Bounty targets marked. Kill them all.
He plate broke him in a single bullet or two. It was 1 or 2 rounds. And I think the AMR does like 28 damage at close range or something like that. It's not anywhere near 150.
Our Guardians lost power.
It's not clickbait. The BP50 conversion kit is finally a new SMG. It's taken many years to get here, but we finally have one. Oh, sweet Christ.
Visual on the
Let me through the door. I can't lie, boys.
Primary objective complete. All targets eliminated.
It's looking like a bit of a sticky one.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Oh, double fuck.
Gas is inbound. Marking a new safe zone.
Where are you? And I'm so sorry. What am I watching? Rainbow Six going dark.
Hey, I know money doesn't grow on trees.
Oh dear God.
It is covering the ground. A well-earned redeployment, soldier. Stand by. Head to the safe zone.
Yep, that's COD. Not one sniper, not two snipers, but three snipers. If there's still people here, I'll write a news article.
Your objective's simple. Eliminate all bounty targets.
That guy's cheating. That guy might be cheating. I'm pretty sure that guy's cheating. I'm like near 90% confident that that dude just pre-aimed me for a smoke.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
I'm pretty sure one of the geezers here is full yacked. Not this guy. One of the guys near him, full yacked. It's just full autoed me through smoke through a window.
Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone.
Good luck to my teammate making it out of this trap, bro. He is in the trenches. I mean, I respect him for even being alive at this point.
Loadout drops on the way.
Yeah, that was certainly one of the team pushes of all time. I had 2 teams there, and they were all 3 stacking each other. So I guess I just got caught in a stack sandwich, if you will. I think it's a hash brown with a piece of cheese with another hash brown. Stack sandwich, isn't it? Yeah, this guy's dead. Oh, another sniper. But what of the third sniper?
You were one of 25 remaining. It's a valiant effort. Keep your head up. Return to base for debrief.
One of these dons over here is full yak. I'm pretty sure he was in one of the all black whatchamacallit skins. I'm curious to see who they perish to, because if it's the guy I think it is, he's possibly one of the guys up on that building.
You've got gas inbound.
This might be the team that I'm thinking of, so this might end up playing out quite nicely. He's just stuck. Nice.
Gas is closing in. Win this thing.
Is it this Don? It was an all-black skin, so it might be. I'm pretty sure it might be this geezer. I'm gonna do this for science. I'd be surprised if this guy doesn't get booted. There are people in obvious location there, so I'm just gonna report for science. I'm pretty sure this is the guy, though. I'm like fairly confident.
Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone.
He knows there's someone on the other side of this wall. Or nearby. Yeah. Yeah! Yeah! He seems to know! He seems to know people are behind places! Yeah. I'm like fairly confident that this man is a no-one. Like, picking that guy behind that box was, before he'd even looked, was crazy. We know people are there now, but this guy is definitely a Noah. He's not an aimer, I don't think, but he's definitely a knower. Oh my god, he's just perished. Snipers might be the best anti-cheat in Warzone, I can't lie. I'm still fairly certain, bro. Ah, he's finitoed. Well, and that's the COD. That's Call of Duty, all right. We'll do another BR solo. I think if we do a solo, though, we'll get a sniper going. Unfortunately, you can't really play it without sniping at the minute. Not the one. Woof. See if we can piece together a naughty little solo. We're definitely going to be doing some Armor Reforger at some point this week, possibly tomorrow. We'll see what the week's looking like. Wouldn't mind getting into some Armor Reforger. Yeah, BP Revenger Kit. That is certainly an interesting skin. SVA 545. Bloody hell. COD love to put banger skins on guns that no one uses. I mean, that's certainly one of the skins of all times. Yeah, Grey Zone test has ended RCD. Ended at 11 AM today, I think. So unless I wanted to get up at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and the answer to that is I don't. Spectate a guy with a Riddler skin from Batman. Is that even in the game yet? And if it's like a new skin, then it's probably been unlocked tooled, Floyd.
Check your gear and weapons. We'll be deploying shortly.
Ooh. Yeah, the BP50 Revenger seems pretty good. It's definitely not quite a HRM. Why the hell am I on 35 latency? Why have I been thrown into a Narnia server?
Looking like a real team. Head shed gave the green light. We're deploying you to the front lines. Gear up, grab your chutes. Enemy activity will be high. Contact early and often.
Let's roll. Battle Royale. Be advised, gas is closing in. Proceed to the safe zone.
Hey, it could have been that one, actually, Convict. It could have been. Right, let's give this a go.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
I don't think he enjoyed that. I'm going to be perfectly real with you.
Gas is inbound. Positive ID on the bounty target. Hunt them down.
It's one of the ones in the store right now, potentially.
Requesting counter UAV.
Got these counter UAV on station. Running interference.
You're not wrong. That guy did seem a little confused.
Like most, you lacked conviction. Armor.
Forgot I'm playing Sniper Wars. Well, this is gonna suck. I don't think that was all of them. Would like to get my load out at some point.
contract's been pulled. Loadout drop headed your way.
Planting cluster mine.
Gas is moving in. Safe zone located.
Target marked. Request fire mission.
I appear to be at war right now. It's not a war I asked for. It's just sort of happened. You know what I'm saying?
You're losing ground. Move it.
If I get parachuted in one more time, I'm gonna go nuts, bro. He knows there's a cluster mine there, right? Someone's just been ricocheted in my lobby. Lol.
Need recon overhead.
Friendly loadout drops on the way. Be advised, UAV is exiting the AO.
It's nice to see the anti-cheat work every once in a while. It's now a 2 sniper fight instead of a 1 sniper fight, so that's going to be long.
Drop it into the AO.
Brother, why do these dons keep landing on me? Have I got I want all the smoke written on my forehead? I forgot this guy's using the HRM, so... That's the only downside, really, of the BP50, is this... I was just about to say, the downside of using the BP50 is that that guy can miss all of his shots and still win the fight. And he quite literally missed all of his shots. I think he didn't shoot me above the waist more than once.
Fight's over, soldier.
I'm fully armored.
Failure ain't
What?
It's just an opportunity to do better.
What? I'm fully armored, my bro. Let's spectate. Let's see how this plays out. He's been landed on by the same Groot skin in the area. Let's watch the Thanatos. Let's spectate the young Thanatos and see how he gets on with this game. I'm not surprised, War Daddy. I think honestly, like, the tick rate of COD servers is just horrific. Ooh, is that a... That's a hyperburst, isn't it? Oh, he wants it. He wants the smoke. And he's willing to challenge for it, I think. Oh, no. Does this guy... This guy doesn't have a laser on his gun. Do you think... Is the HRM either really broken, or does this guy have soft aim? Like... I'm just doing this for science. I'm not sure yet. Is the HRM really that broken? Or is he not missing a shot? Because I don't think I've seen him miss a bullet. Okay. No. I think he's just... I think he's hip-fired to death all of his opponents and not missed a shot. I mean, the HRM must just be that busted. Because, like, when he chowed that guy on the edge there... When he fought that guy on the edge there...
Gas is closing in.
I don't think he missed a bullet, but he never once ADS'd. And he was a good 3-4 meters away from him. I'm quite impressed. The meta for this game really will be infinitely better once this SMG is gone. I don't know why it still hasn't been nerfed. I like him using the portable there, because if anybody's going to sit near a zip, it's somebody in solos.
Got gas moving in.
He just saw his own drone shadow and thought it was a player, and I know that because I did the same thing. They spied a single player. Oh, did they actually? They had the cheesy troll bundle with the HRM. Yeah, they also had the Godzilla bundle with the HRM. There's only 18 people alive here, so it's not impossible for him to win this. Quite a big circle for 17 or 18 odd people.
Gas is inbound, marking a new safe zone.
I don't think he's got a charge barrel.
See an enemy.
It's quite whiffy. We've had 2 people ricocheted in 2 of our lobbies today, so that's been something.
Gas is closing in.
Wow. 11 players left. That's dramatically fallen off. He could do something with this. The XRK is still good on Rebirth. The Moors is arguably better objectively, but like for the use case of Rebirth Island, 75-meter headshot's fine, you know? I would be passionate if he could bag a win here.
You made it to the top 10.
I honestly don't even know if I would have bothered. Oh my god, he's got extra names.
Gas is moving.
He's got all the extra nades. And a muni box for more nades.
Supply crates are restocked. Advise you load up now.
I mean, he's got to go. Oh, he's been sniped. Everybody's going to have a sniper. It's final circles, my guy. Everyone's got one. Everyone's got one. That's a nice double smoke. He's covered all of his bases there. Do you feel like they're neglecting big map fixes and change in lieu of Rebirth and Resurgence? I mean, I can only assume Season 4 is aiming to be a very large season, Zach. I mean, you'll have your answer when Season 4 releases. If Season 4 releases and it's a really small season with not a lot of content, then yes, they have just been neglecting it. If it releases and there's a lot of content, then chances are they've just had a lot to develop in a short window. But until we see that season release, we won't really know.
Gas is inbound.
Hey, in a bit, Tungsten. We're going to be playing some Armor Reforger tomorrow, by the way, folks, if you're interested in watching. I'm going to be trying out the WCS Realism mod.
Cluster mine out.
I think if you're a new player at the moment, Aditya, it's honestly mostly about positioning.
Gas is inbound. Approaching a new safe zone.
Tough times as a COD career, but worse than the Caldera period. Probably on par, I'd say, at the moment. Aethers. It's definitely still in a good spot, but it's just...
Losing ground.
Well, the game itself is not in the worst spot in the world. It's just there's a lot of minorly frustrating things, and there's just not been a lot of content, you know? Yeah, Armor Forger's in a really good spot at the minute, DRG. Certainly improving. I mean, this is a good example of somebody who's playing positioning really well. The guy in front of him tried to crouch slide, and it didn't work. This is a good spot. I like this. Nice. And that's Jeej. He's won it. Fair play to him. That was a really solid game from that guy. I think he played that positionally about as good as you could play it. Right, folks. I think we're going to call it there for today. We will be back tomorrow with some Armor Reforger. I'm gonna be introducing a few more games to vary up the content here and there on the main channel, just because as much as COD is decent at the minute, it's not. I think we're all kind of waiting for Season 4, you know what I mean? Or at least Season 3 Reloaded on the 1st of May to start with. But thank you very much for joining me, folks. It's been an absolute pleasure having you. Back tomorrow. See you.